Azzam is the largest yacht in the world, and there is, in terms of size, there's two main features. One, of course, is what is 180 meters. So we try to visualize certain features of the yacht, such as there are 2,200 square meters of teak deck, which is equal to half a football pitch. There are 95 kilometers of aluminum and steel profiles that are needed to stiffen the hull and superstructure. We have 50 kilometers of piping, and if you have a chance to look at the picture of the actual 3D drawing showing all the pipes on the boat, it may give an idea of the complexity of putting in a system and then finding the space to route the cables throughout the whole ship. There's 560 kilometers of cables on it. You get an idea when you see some of the pictures of tons of cable hanging from the deck. So this is to visualize the kind of quantities that go in it. The paint is enough to paint 38,000 cars. And then the other aspect of the whole yacht is that the shipyard needed about 1.5 million man-hours of shipyard labor, construction, design, and so on. Statistically, for every labor hour in the shipyard, there are 3 hours in the supporting industry. Carpenters, painters, the engine manufacturers, the air condition, the cables, the steel. So the total amount of man-hours that were necessary to create Azzam were about 6 million. If you translate that in these days, I think it's very important. Into employment, you realize that Azzam, as a contract, created employment for 4,000 families, which I think in today's world, if a private individual says, I give you so much money that you can give employment for 4,000 people and keep their families alive and happy, I think everybody would be very cheerful. So I hope that people understand that yacht owners shouldn't be criticized, but they actually should be complimented, and we should be grateful to them that they spend their private money and create lots of employment. And it is a technical challenge to build a boat of that length that goes 34 knots, and you're still able to discuss and have a proper conversation in the main sitting room above the engine room, like we sit here, and that at over 30 knots of speed. There is a lot of material that came from Italy, and as you said, the main feature, the design, which is very special, that's done by a very good and competent Italian designer, Mario Pedol.
Designing Azzam has been a big challenge for us. It was a great achievement, more than for its length and for being the biggest, the largest yacht in the world. I would say for the result. Of course, this complex yacht had a number of challenges in his contents, main contents, the speed, the power, the length, and the timing was, I would say, the most hard to comply, because to design and deliver and build such a yacht in only 4 years is definitely first time ever in the world. We had a lot of appreciation and compliments even before the official disclosure to the public. Then, when after the launching in April 2013, I must say that the general comment is she is very well balanced in his proportions, in her proportions, and also looking smaller than what she is, which in our philosophy it's also a good result. I think that we have always stayed with our philosophy, which is to combine elegance with functionality, and in almost 30 years of activity, we are now recognized and appreciated for that. Whether talking about sailing yachts, serious production, or custom luxury sailing yachts, and the same on motor yachts. So I think it's a kind of sensibility that is part of our DNA, which is recognizable and has been appreciated by the market and by the clientele.
I don't think, first of all, the 180 meter is not the result of a race for the biggest boat. If you look at Azzam, you'll see she has a very long foreship. That's about 60 meters. You can make it 50 meters. It's still very long. The boat is only 170, but the length of the boat was purely design driven. What made the designer, and more importantly, the owner, happy in terms of the balance of the design. So this owner doesn't need to join in the race for the biggest boat. I think people, the clients of today, make a very conscious decision about the size of the yacht. And the size of the yacht is not any longer like, mine needs bigger than another one. The size of the yacht today is purely a function of the features and the space requirement inside the boat. We've seen a number of clients that A, have the means to build bigger, and B, have no problems if they would build bigger, but they say, I don't need a bigger boat. So I think the idea of racing for length and size, I think that really in that dimension never really has taken off, and I don't think it will take off.